Men of Reddit, what's the biggest I'm a princess red flag? Stepson had a girlfriend who was pissed because he didn't buy her a 1-week anniversary gift. Run dude, run. They are pretty young, not 12 though. She didn't get him anything. Girl was nuts, would call him over and over. If he didn't answer she would text him 8 million times. Luckily, he has since moved with me, new school and different city altogether. Which is good because they dated like 4 times over the year. She would break up with him and then want him back. Being able to feel a pee through 99 mattresses is always a giveaway in my experience. Oh yeah, you can feel a pee through 99 mattresses and yet you still ask me, is it in yet? It's just that small. Don't worry, they'll tell you they're a princess. Huh. That sounds an awful lot like a pilot joke. A police officer, a firefighter, and a pilot walk into a bar. How do you know which one is the pilot? He'll have told you already. My neighbor is a pilot. He insists that everyone in the building calls him captain. Had a girl recently say this, I'm a super nice and loyal girl, unless you piss me off, then I become a psycho bitch. I think that one is a pretty big red flag. If someone uses the distinction unless you piss me off, it always means everything pisses them off. Spelled your name wrong at Starbucks. Psycho bitch time. Sold out of Gucci handbags. Psycho bitch time. Forgot which way a clock turns. Psycho butch time. Why do they get all tomboyish if they can't tell time properly? Because they can't tell that it's actually psycho bitch time. This reminds me of some very good relationship advice. If someone tells you something about themselves, believe them. Can confirm. Ex once told me she was a terrible person. Turns out she was very right. Ex told me I was vindictive. Made sure she never said that again. If you can't handle me at my worst. Okay, duck off, then you're clearly a moody petulant nightmare. If you can't handle me when my palms are sweaty, you don't deserve my mom's spaghetti. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? Aren't you a little ungrateful for a prisoner? Aren't you a little sandy for a senator? Well, this is awkward. Horses. You'll always be third in line with a horse girl, behind her animals, and her daddy's money. Horse girls are weird. This is just something I've learned over the years. Horse people are just cat people with more money. Dated a horse girl for 6 years. Sex was phenomenal. But everyone is right. If you have any aspirations for a healthy relationship that allows your perspective to be valid and considered, look elsewhere. I'm a woman, but I've noticed women who are obsessed with Marilyn Monroe usually are terrible in a variety of ways. Male here. Ex loved Marilyn. Ditched me for some guy who made more money. Apt. Building caught on fire. She stole a painting from the apartment next to ours and half my insurance check. She wouldn't sign off on it unless I gave her half. Happened days after she took all her shit and moved out. Yes, I fought and did my homework. No win situation. She even went on to stop responding to me when I had $1,000 worth of checks I needed her to sign for my expense reimbursement. The insurance company got to keep the money. Whoa, that super sucks. This is why Can I sings about prenups. If a dad is acting really interested in your fiefs, your vast tracts of land. I don't want vast tracts of land, I want to sing. I'm not like the rest. I hate drama. I'm not like most girls. My intro line on my old dating profile was, I'm not like most guys. Most guys are Chinese. It didn't do too well. Always classy, never trashy, and a little bit sassy. Translation, suck stuck behind Macy's, and when ridiculed for it posts Facebook statuses about knowing the whole story and don't talk about me when you have your own history, etc. Edit, figures that my top comment of all time will be about sucking duck. FML. This is so perfectly specific. I'm high maintenance. Enjoy the finer things in life. Here's the thing, what you said is totally cool, as long as she can pay for it herself. My mother has shoes that cost over $1,000. But she earned that money and can spend it how she likes. She says she's not high maintenance, but well maintained. I'm convinced. What's your mother's number? Punishing you, silent treatment, etc., in public. Especially in front of friends. Yup. Also, scolding you, or embarrassing you in front of her, or your friends. Bet you can't handle me. Bitch, dating you shouldn't be a challenge. Duck out of here with that shut. The only proper response is you win that bet and walk away. Bet you can't handle me. I bet you can't handle yourself. Girls are too much drama. That's why I only have guy friends. I'm a girl who has no friends. Do I still fall in this category? After going out a few times. Woman, man. I've gone so overboard spending lately. Hey, can you take care of my credit card debts for me? Me, silent, looking at her oddly trying to decide if this is a bad joke. Woman, I mean, you could be a sugar daddy, couldn't you? Me, no. I'm not that old yet nor wealthy. And I wouldn't be even if I were. Woman, you don't want to be my sugar daddy? That was the end of that relationship. I could maybe be your aspartame daddy, that's about it. Any girl who blames their attitude actions on their zodiac sign. IDC if you're a Taurus Lexi, you're being a ducking bitch. That's so Gemini of you. Ugh, typical. Guy I knew kept an astrological chart on the wall in his living room. Once I asked why, because he was not into astrology. That's so any girl I bring home, if she knows what it is, and if she's interested in or happy that I've got it, I know to dump her ass immediately. Dated far too many freaky chicks, man. Guy had a point. He had dated too many freaky chicks. And didn't most of the time I knew him going forward. When they have a college degree and think Africa is a single country. When I beat the shit out of a bunch of turtles, mushrooms, ghost, and a dinosaur, just to find out from your friend that your bitch ass is in another castle. Edit, a gold coin, and I didn't even have to break a box. Hot damn. Referring to herself as a princess. Or, I can really be a diva, but, cutesy smirk, gotta love me. No. No I do not. Usually having princess written across the rear of their pink sweatpants is a dead giveaway. In the 90s it was a big trend to have princess written down one leg of the track pants. I made myself a pair in black with crack or written down the side in red letters in the princess font. I'm starting to remember why my parents considered me to be such a huge disappointment. Constantly taking out her cell phone while talking to you, interrupting you, doesn't stop talking about herself. Today I learned one of my guy friends is a princess. I'm gonna start calling him that. Was seeing a girl for a few months and I gave her something on Valentine's Day that read be my Valentine or some other variation. She responded with that's sweet but my daddy will always be my Valentine. She was in her second semester of law school and in her mid-20s, so that whole my daddy is the best man in the world thing was off-putting. She ended up being high maintenance and unpredictable, bad combination. Wow, super cute as a child, super cringy as a young adult. The typical princess isn't an adult. They are children who Freaky Friday'd their way into an adult's body. Birds landing on their fingers as they sing. The pointy hat with a veil thing on top. Princess, not clan member. Talks about how much she hates the $200 marble iPhone case her mom bought her. Constantly calls her brand new MacBook Pro a pose just because she doesn't know how to use it, then proceeds to throw it around and drop it all the time. Breaks the $200 marble iPhone case. Excited when mom buys her a new one. Yeah, I didn't stick around. Refusing to do something on the grounds that she's too good for it. Not taking out the garbage, cleaning a bathtub, whatever. Nobody's too good to be humble and helpful. Anyone who thinks they are is an asshole. One of my best friends had a girlfriend once say she likes to have nicer things than other people, but doesn't want to work so he needs to have a good job. Same girl also said she should come before family and God. I'm not religious but that's still pretty nuts for people who are, which they were. I was dating this girl that absolutely loved KFC's fried chicken. While she was in the shower one time, I decided to run to KFC and surprise her with a quick little meal. I did not get mashed potatoes, never really cared for their take on mashed taters. She threw me out upon finding out there were no mashed potatoes. Threw me out. I have expensive taste. Nah, you have no taste. You only know what numbers are. As a female, I'm just going to throw this out there. Tweetitas tattoo and orting Kerbal car mats. Run. I always thought this as the trashy Walmart dwellers. The minions of the 90s. Throwing a tantrum and being pissed at your boyfriend for not proposing in the right way. Knew a girl who did this exact thing. We have a tradition at our university where you propose under this huge tree on campus. Only some people do it, not everyone. She literally threw a tantrum even though he planned a sweet proposal that would have pleased any other girl just because he didn't do it under the ducking tree.